Okay, so I just had run through a lot of the Hopin tech preparation about using Windows 10, Firefox, or Chrome, using the app.hopin.com/precall link to test your audio and video prior to the event. I mentioned using a laptop and computer only, and then if you're a Mac user, make sure that your system preferences, security, and privacy are all set to be able to share your video. We want your internet connection to be strong enough. We do recommend testing that using a third-party website. That link we will send over. Betty, is it possible to mute yourself?
I think you can mute Betty.
Okay. All right, I muted her. We got it.
Sorry, Lily, I just put the speed test net in the chat. So that's the link to test the internet.
Thank you. The link to test the internet, just speedtest.net, very simple. And then before you're joining the event, these are kind of the most important little things, and they sound very little, but it's very necessary that you close out of all of your applications. We want Zoom 100% shut down. We want iTunes shut down. We want everything shut down, just because it can create a competition for your mic or for your video. So we want to make sure we're not accidentally letting our video go over to FaceTime or something instead of Hopin. So it's important to close down everything. And what's actually new, this is like hot off the press new, is that we want to restart our computer just before we want to enter the event. So you're welcome to come to the event an hour before, 4 hours before your session starts. Just know that the actual time of the event is set to begin at 10:45 a.m. on the 22nd. So that actually the soonest you could join is 10:40 a.m. I know that sounds a little silly, but the event itself, it will only start 5 minutes before the official start time. So any time after that, you're welcome to join, test your audio and video in the tech support lounge. There will always be a staff member in tech support at all times. Oh, here comes Jed. So we have one more person joining. Just give it 1 second for the connection to show up for Jed. Hi, Jed, can you hear us?
Jed, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Great. So we have been running through some of the tech specifications, and that we can send you in a PDF. So you haven't missed anything that you can't read within 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I'll just continue on. And so what we're saying, you need to close down all applications and restart your computer before the event. Don't use a VPN. Don't use a company computer in case there's a firewall. Use a desktop or laptop. A personal one is best. Make sure you don't have Zoom going. Make sure you've refreshed your browser. And if you have any problems on Chrome or Firefox, the number one piece of advice our team in tech support will always tell you is just refresh. That little arrow that spirals, or just refresh your browser. You can turn your Wi-Fi back on and off. You can log out of Hopin, back into Hopin, test your internet speed, restart your computer, and in last case, of course, contact support at hopin.com. So that has all been typed up, all of that, everything I covered into a PDF. I'm verbally going over it just in case we don't want to read it. So that's why I was going over some of that.
Okay.
So I will say just a few points now in terms of being a moderator. I know, Jed, you're not a moderator technically, but I'm going to make sure that the moderators here today know it's some of their responsibilities. So make sure that you send over to David at thestateofwomen.org, a short description of your session itself. So 3 to 5 sentences. Make sure you send over the bio of the speakers on the panel, and make sure that post-event you actually go to a Excel spreadsheet and just confirm who actually showed up, because sometimes we have 7 speakers, 1 moderator. And if there's 7 other speakers, 2 people might accidentally just not show up. And that's sad and frustrating, but we want to confirm who did come, because when we upload all of the YouTube recordings, they are automatically going to record. You don't have to hit record. You don't have to do anything. They'll automatically record. And so since we're going to do these automatic recordings, we'll edit them. We actually hire someone to make them look a little nicer, which is good. We're going to upload them within 2 weeks after the event finishes. Remember, we're working with about 60 hours worth of content and a third-party editor. So it does take about 2 weeks. But then in the description, we want to make sure we credit who is actually there. So if Sally Smith didn't show up, we don't want to say Sally Smith and her bio was part of the actual event. So that's just the moderator tips. Also, what does a moderator really do? Pretty simple. They just are the person that lets people onto the stage. So as a moderator, you're the only person who can, I'm Lily Allen Duenas, by the way, Jed, I'm not a new, I'm using the staff account. So if let's say Lee wanted to join a panel, but and I'm the moderator, I would click yes on Lee when she requests. But if we'll say, Tom Brady wanted to join the panel, he's not on the panel, so I would deny his request. Moderators say yes or no to people who are trying to come on stage. As a moderator, you cannot pull someone on stage, though. You can't force somebody to share their audio and video. You can't do that. It's unethical. So they have to request. It's a very simple button click. And now we're going to demonstrate that. So I'm going to share my audio, or I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to point to some things on Hopin itself. You're going to get to see everything, how it actually is. I created a demo website. So it's not the event, but it's a copy. I just copied, pasted. So you'll get to see what it looks like. So let me just share my screen here. It's just going to take a second for me to make sure I select the right one. I think that's where it was. All right. All right. I believe you guys can see my screen. Thumbs up. Okay. So this is what it looks like. This is the demo test event for Amplifying Her Voice. I've already purchased a ticket. It's a free ticket, but I still have already done that. So if you haven't have done the ticket over here on that right-hand column, it would say free ticket. You select it, you hit register or checkout, and then you have to create a username and password to register. And we're going to use this demo event. So we're actually going to all have to do that together. But I want to show you, you'll see this blue square, blue rectangle, enter the event. So then on this event, you're going to see that this is the reception page, which is like a lobby, very similar to a lobby of an actual event. You can see what's happening now, a description of the event, and then a schedule. The schedule will always be in your time zone. So you don't actually have to, what do you call that? You don't have to like do math or calculate anything. It's your time zone, which is good. And the schedule will never disappear. So you'll always see all 3 days are available. And that's pretty nice. So there's reception, which is lobby. There's an event chat here. So hello, this event chat will never disappear. It's a great place to try to connect or, say, hey, my session starts in 5 minutes. Everyone come join me. It's a nice place to kind of talk about the session, talk about, Jed here. I'm really excited to talk about XYZ, head over to my session. Event chat is what everyone sees. There's also polls, so you can create a poll about how are you? Good. So. And then as moderators and event organizers, we can create polls and people can take a vote. Sessions is where everything happens. This is the most important button, sessions. Networking is if you wanted to meet other people in the event that are in networking currently, you have to be in networking to meet other people. It's like speed dating. It's just a few minutes of getting to meet people. Expo is where sponsors can have a virtual table set up and you can get more information. So we'll head on over to sessions. You click on sessions, as I said, and up pops what's actually happening. So what's nice that you guys can see is that right now, technically, quite a lot of things are technically happening. But if a session starts, we'll say at 11 a.m., the session will not appear here until 10:55. This is very important that if you come here at 10:45 and you're like, oh, where do I go? I don't see my session. It's because it just hasn't become available yet. You just have to wait 5 minutes until the session starts. So that's really important to know. We haven't canceled your session. We haven't canceled your speech. We haven't canceled your event. We're just waiting for that 5 minutes before your event starts. Again, 11 a.m. if that's the start time EST, 10:55 is when you'll find it in sessions. So what we're going to do is I'll show you just briefly. This is tech support. Tech support will be here 24/7. It's where we want you to go before you go to your session. You click on tech support, and just like you see on my screen here, this is tech support. You're going to click this button yourself, share audio and video. You'll see that permissions will come up on my screen. You'll hear an echo. Sorry, it will be a little annoying for a minute, okay? but this is where you get to pick what you want your speaker to be, what you want your camera to be, and then we just click apply. It allows me to share. So here I am here. There might be a little echo, so I'll mute myself here on Hopin, but you can see there I am. You can see how many people are watching. Just one, I'm the only person here. How many people out of how many are allowed onto the stage? We are allowed to have 20 people here. And then you can see there's also a session chat, tech support chat. If you can't get your audio or video to work, just type in the chat and then we'll be responding back to you. There will always be a staff member here. The event chat you can still access. You can see chat, polls, who else is here, that kind of stuff. So it's nice to see the event versus the session. 2 different chats, 2 different areas for polls, 2 different areas for people and everything else. Okay, so that's really the most important. Also, if you have any problems underneath tech support, you can see we have made a good list, copied and pasted. This is really what we're, and a little meme. We made a meme. We're gonna call support@hopin.com because we want to ensure that if you can't get it to work and you've read everything, or we've told you refresh your browser, reset your Wi-Fi, test your internet speed, then what we're going to need you to do is just call Hopin support or email them. I mean, just email, and they should get back to you within 5 to 10 minutes. They're very quick. So I can click, if I can just demonstrate for you, my refresh button. So refresh isn't scary. If something's not working, we just hit refresh. It's not a big deal. It's not horrible. When you hit refresh, your whole screen comes back again, and you'll have to ask to share audio and video again. So you have to just hit that request button for a second time if things are going a little slow. See, come back, pop on the button, and I'm good to go. Also, if you want to leave the session, you just click back to sessions. You don't have to do anything else. You just want to exit out. So now I'm going to go into the test session, and David's probably hanging out in the test session because he's going to pretend to be a speaker. So you're going to see what it looks like. I'm the moderator of this session, nobody else, just me. So now I'm going to share my audio and video again. Here I am again. And now, since David wants to join the session as a speaker, he's on my list. I want David to be here. So David's going to ask, as you see, there's a moderation panel down here. Only moderators can see it. We click on the moderation panel, or we don't click on it. We wait for David to come on over. So, hello. All right, David, are you gonna, oh yeah, David, he's gonna come on over here, but it looks like he had to turn off his camera on Zoom because, as I said, Zoom creates a competition for your audio and video. It's just bad to be running Zoom at the same time of Hopin. If I wasn't doing the training, I would not absolutely have this running because it can create glitches, delays, issues. So that's why we're just going to be here together, waiting for David.
This is a good example though, because when I hit click to join with audio and video, it said we couldn't find any device because Zoom is taking my audio and video. So Hopin can't find it. So I'm going to refresh my browser. That's why I turned off my video on Zoom, and that should fix it. But this is a good real world example of how different applications can pull your audio and video and just make things confusing when in reality, you just have to close out or refresh. But let's see if a refresh helps. Perfect.
Cool. Okay, now everyone who's a moderator, this is the moment of truth. So this is the moment where David is trying to enter the stage. I'm hovering over his icon, which has his initials. It usually will be a photo. You hover on top of it. You see that plus sign? That means add him. Yes, I want him to come on stage. If he was a person I don't want on stage, I just click the X. That means get out of here. Nope, not on stage. So since he's going to come on stage, hit that green plus sign. And then you'll see David will come on stage within a... So that's the feedback. That's also why we don't have we're muted on here. So now you've seen exactly what it looks like to be on Hopin, to join on Hopin. You just hit request, share audio and video. That's that top blue button up there at this corner I'm gesturing at. that's where it will say request to share audio and video. That's where the button you click and then you come on stage and your moderator adds you with a green plus sign. So simple enough. Again, you can see how many people are on the stage with the people icon. You can see how many people are watching the stage with the eyeball icon, and you can hit leave if you want to exit, or you can just hit sessions. You can hit refresh if something goes wrong, and you can type in the session chat. See, hello is the session chat, event chat, event. I can say event chat here, session chat here. So there's always going to be two going on at the same time. So now we're also underneath you're going to see, I just typed testing sessions. That's usually, it'll just say the title of the session, or the title of the session will be up here. All right, easy enough. I see there's some chat messages on Zoom that I need to check out. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Let's see how, if I can get back.
I've been getting the Zoom questions, Lily. All set.
Oh, thanks, David. Oh, there we go. Stop share. Good. I'm back on Zoom now. And thank you, David, for checking out the chat. Will the session be available for review? This session, this moderated session, right, or moderator training, I'm recording it and I will upload it to YouTube. You should get a link to this recording in maybe about 4 hours. I want to send the link for the moderator training and the speaker training in the same email. So that's why we're going to wait for the next training, which takes place in an hour and a half now. And then after that takes place, I will upload them and you can review this at any time. There's also, I would love for you guys together now, we can go over to the demo event. So this is the demo event link. I just posted it in the chat. Oh, hold on. I did not. I posted it to Betty. Okay. So this is to everybody. So you see there's a demo event link. Click on this link. It'll take you to Hopin. You have to get a free ticket. I know it's the demo. You still have to get a free ticket. So you get that free ticket, and then we're going to go actually to, how about we go to tech support together? So we go to tech support, not the test. Again, that's in sessions, and that's a red icon that says tech support. So everyone click on that link, and I'm going to go over to tech support myself, and I'm going to hang out, and I'm going to let you know if I can see you and hear you on tech support, but I'm still going to be here on Zoom. So if you have any issues, you can, just let me know here on Zoom. You can unmute yourself. You can let me know if there's any issues going on. Okay. And
just
so
one quick thing. Sorry, Lily, to when you do the demo thing, you can use a fake name and a fake email. You don't have to re-register with the same email and name that you did for Hopin. So you can just make up a name, make up an email. It doesn't ask for confirmation. So it'll probably get confusing if you use the same email that you did for Hopin. This is just a fake demo test.
all right, so everyone will want to click on that link together. I'm in tech support, as I said. I can see that nobody has joined me here. And David, if you'd like to hop off now, I can take it from here.
I'll hang around for a little bit. If anyone has any questions as well, please type them into the chat on Zoom as you're transitioning, or if anything comes up. But yeah. Thanks,
David. Perfect. Cool. So also, if you wanted to, open up that laptop or computer, that link, if you're using Bluetooth, you can copy and paste it from one device to another. That's kind of nice. So who actually wants to test the Hopin today? Alicia, do you want to test it? Or Lee, do you want to test the Hopin demo link, or the phone number that's calling in? Do you have a computer that you want to test it on? I think Jed maybe went to get a computer, but I think Lee actually got off the call.
I think Lee is the one on the phone right now. Alicia says she's good. I think Jed wants to come onto the platform. Is that correct, Jed? You're going to come onto the test demo?
I tried. It's asking for a password. I'm not sure what password I need to put in.
That's because it's thinking you're logging into the Hopin that you registered for the event. If you can open that link that Lily sent in the chat in a different browser, then it'll ask you to make one because you're still signed in from the previous one. Sorry, it's confusing with the tests and multiple sites going on.
So I'm not sure what to do from here. Do I need to go back and
Well, do you have you've already registered for Hopin. You have done that because David has told me you've actually done it. So you have a
Right.
password. Maybe your password is I like cats or omelets are the best. I don't know your password, but you would. So you would just type in the password that you used previously and then get a free ticket for this event too.
Well, I'm not sure what my password is. So if I had one and put it somewhere, I don't know where it is right now.
Okay, well, why don't you create a fake one? You can say your email is my name is Jed at yahoo.com and your password is I like cats. You can just make a totally fake one right now. That's no problem. And we can just test it using the fake one. And I did hear somebody say hello on the phone. Is that you, Lee?
Yeah, I lost my internet, but it's back up now, but it wasn't quick enough to re-engage me in the call. So I lost the link. Can you just sort of read it up? It's just hopin.com demo hyphen.
It's a little tougher than that,
Amplifying.
actually. It's so it's
Okay.
hopin.com/events, events/demo
Okay.
-test -amplifying -her -voice -stronger -together. So it would be hopin.com/events/demo -test -amplifying -her -voice -stronger -together. So if you read it out loud, demo, test, amplifying her
Yep.
voice together. Okay. Oh, stronger together.
Okay. And it doesn't like it's hopin.com events demo test amplifying her voice stronger together.
Correct, but it's hopin.com/events/demo.
Yeah, I have no internet. So I will keep doing so if I do this demo, unfortunately you wanted to do that together. Hopefully in a few minutes I'll be back up. And then the other one, the pre-call, that's a different one that tests your audio and video and has a different purpose.
Yes, and that we'll send that link
Right.
to the hopin.com/pre-call. We'll send that one in a PDF so you can have all the tech specs. And I actually created a second demo site that's available all weekend. So if you wanted to play around with the demo, I had to create a different one because they can only exist for a certain amount of time. And so I did create a second one, and I'll include that in an email with the recording of this. So you could also try to use the tech support in the demo, because if there's a staff member not there, it doesn't matter. You can test it anytime.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Jed, where are you at in the process?
I think I'm in, what I'm seeing is the demo test, and I see the screen, tech support lounge, and the various, the session link, reception, and so on. Is that where I'm supposed to be?
Yes, you click on sessions on the left-hand side of the screen if you're not in sessions currently. And then you click on that red button that's bright red in the middle of the screen that should say tech support, technical support.
Okay, got it.
Good, I saw you, you just came in, that's great. So Jed, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna click that blue rectangle that's above my face on Hopin, and you click it, it says ask to share audio or share audio and video. You click yes. And then you select your microphone and your video settings.
Okay.
Okay, so just click on that. I'm gonna okay, Jed, I can. Well, I want to be muted on Zoom or else we get this.
So Jed, I can see that you made it to the tech support. Oh, I've got an echo as well. It gets crazy. Let me stop video. This is what happens when you start mixing platforms and audio and things like that. We can see you on tech support. but your video is not on the tech support.
Okay. I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, so what you're gonna need to do, Jed, then is you have to have some kind of camera on your computer, right? You have to have one. So
The camera light is on.
okay, so then why don't you try to refresh your screen? Because what I think is happening, Jed, is right now you're on Zoom using your camera. So because we're using it on Zoom, you can't use it on Hopin. It doesn't like that. So I think turn off your camera here on Zoom, turn it off, and then go back to Hopin and refresh your page.
I'm not sure how to do that.
So Jed,
So-
oh, go for it, David. Yeah.
Yeah, and the first thing I think with the Echo Jed on Hopin, if you can mute yourself on actual Hopin, I think that might reduce the echo because your audio's on the Hopin. If you just hover and look for the microphone and mute there, I think that'll cancel out the echo.
I'm trying to, but it doesn't seem to cancel, at least what I'm seeing.
So Jed, how about what we do right now is I'm going to shut down Zoom. We're all getting off of Zoom. Zoom training is over. We're just going to be on Hopin together, and then you can try without any Zoom going. It should be better. So just quit out of Zoom, exit out of Zoom, and you're in Hopin. You're in the right place. We just can't see you. So, all right. Thank you, Alicia, for joining us, and thank you, Lee. We're going to be in the Hopin tech support on the link that I sent, and I'll send a recording over in a few hours too. Thanks, guys. I'm going to turn off Zoom. I'll see you in Hopin tech support.